Hello, this is my research method 6 PowerPoint, win16003628. So we get started. So descriptive statistics. The mode. This is the most common value in a data set. So if there is a number, for example 1 in a sequence, and there's more than 1, and all the other numbers are different, then 1 would be the most common number, e.g. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1, since there's two 1s, that would be the most common. The mean, this is commonly known as the average. This is where all the numbers are added up and divided by how many numbers there actually are. So if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3, that would be 6. And if you divide that by 3, because there's 3 numbers there, that would be the mean would be 2. The median, this is the number in the middle, in the actual middle of the sequence. So if you add a number sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the middle number would be 3. The range, this is the difference between the largest number and the smallest number. So if you add the largest number of 15 and the smallest number is 3, then the range would be 12. And standard deviation, this is the range around the mean. So if the mean is 5 and the bottom score is 2 and the top score is 8, then the standard deviation would be 3 because 2 is away from 3 and 2 is 3 away from 5 and 8 is 3 away from 5. If there is not much variation, so the mean is 1 but the top score is 1 and the lowest score is 1, then the standard deviation will be close to 0. A bit extra, so the skewness, this shows the peak of a curve, so it means that when the curve reaches to the top / maximum, it can go and then curves back down, that will be the skewness. For example, on the diagram of the 3 graphs in the left hand corner, the left one would be negative because the curve is to the right. Then the graph on the right of the 3 is positive because the curve peak is on the left of the graph, and then as you can see the middle one would be neutral because the peak is in the middle. And then kurtosis, this shows how flat or steep a curve is. For example, on the diagram below, the steepest curve would be positive, the middle curve would be equal, and the flattest curve would be negative. Inferential statistics. Inferential statistics test for relationships with differences in a data set. Therefore, they test certain theories. For example, if people who are good at shooting in basketball and get a good score can get a good score in netball, they are used to prove that the relationships and differences wasn't down to chance / fluke. So if someone scored all their shots in basketball, they can do it again, and it wasn't down to any beginner's luck or anything. In sports science, the organization which associates them bases have said that they accept 5%. Also, they use a p-value of 0.05, so any number which is equal or below to the p-value, if the number is higher, so if it's below or equal to 0.5, then it's fine, but if it's higher than 0.05, then it would mean that the individual would have done the test by chance. Furthermore, this suggests that there is only 5% chance of your results becoming wrong due to chance. Parametric or non-parametric. These are the two types of tests. So parametric tests are used for interval and ratio data. Interval is where your scores are on a scale between the intervals are equal. For example, in skating, the score of 4 and 4.5 is the same as 4.5 and 5. So that would mean that the intervals would be the same because it's 0.5 difference. And then the ratio data is when it has equal units of the measurements. They range from 0 upwards and cannot be negative. So an example of this is in rugby, if a team scores 40 points, it's twice as good. That's meant to say 20 points by mistake. So yeah, so it would be half better. Oh god, sorry about that. Non-parametric tests are used for nominal and ordinal data. Nominal is when participants are put into categories. For example, a group of footballers can be put into groups by positions played. Ordinal data is when the data is ranked. An example of this is in tennis, they have the world ranking system. Therefore, a player ranked first in the world, and he is playing against a player ranked 14th in the world. The number 1 ranked is the favourite over the other contestant if they played. So here are the 3 tests. Well, all the tests. So you have Pearson's product movement correlation coefficient test. This tests for relationships, and it is a parametric test. Spearman's rank order correlation. This is a relationship again, which is non-parametric. So again, Pearson's, that's ratio, and